the Enfield rifle. You have to be careful in writing that. Indians refuse to buy it, so it will be all over the entire military fraternity. People will stop using it. If people stop using it, then the British will be a little bit worried, na? Why these guys are not using it. So indirectly, it is a mass protest. जैसे एक लड़का मेरा क्लास छोड़ के गया प्रोटेस्ट में, I won't believe it's okay, जाने दो ना, बाकी चार तो बेटर. All five you get out of my class. हाँ देखो, she's very happy for that. Then whom shall I teach? तुरंत वो आइडिया देगी, don't worry sir, I am always with you. फिर ये ऑनलाइन जाएगा. But then lecture won't be a success. So understood. If everyone reject that cartridge, Britishers have to rethink whether they have to introduce it or cancel. So this is what you have to understand. Hey, tell me what was the last thing that I've done with you guys? Military causes हो गया, general causes भी हो गया, consequences भी हो गया. Queen Victoria's proclamation. Which point are we in? Which one? Acha, all the consequences I discussed. Show me the homework first. Assignment, imposition first. Keep it aside. And tell me the heading that I've given in your notebook. Consequences. But discussed all. And now tell me where. अच्छा, just a minute. इसको क्या हो गया? दो है ना boys? Two. एक इसका बैग है. अच्छा. Two people are there, no? Only one. Where is he? No idea where is he. Hey, look here. He is saying that we have not discussed one consequences. Am I correct? Only two. And the other things you learnt on your own. Oh my God. Have mercy on these poor children. So consequences I'll discuss where we are. I'm getting into the end of the second chapter. Hey, look here. Military causes. Achha, why I'm getting into causes? Oh my God. Today I'm in confused state of mind, I think. The points that I've discussed is Queen Victoria's proclamation. And these things I have to discuss. End of Mughals, relationship, divide and rule, racial antagonism, foreign policy, religious changes. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to discuss all the points in detail. Now you only decide which point you want me to give notes. So पहला मैं वो pick up करेगा. Which one? Which one? You want me to give notes on that? Okay. So put that heading first in your notebook. Policy of divide and rule. Hey, what is your name? I'm a Greek now. I've got a special name. Come here. Sit down. Read the heading called ingredient. What is it? Any mistakes you find? Correct it. Correct it. Immediate का spelling नहीं आता है, हाँ? तो then what? यार वही main heading है और उसमें mistake करके रखा है. मैं everywhere change it. अच्छा heading एक ही लिखा है. Wait, there will be more chance to pull your ears tightly. Britishers का B कैसे लिखता है? I need to see your parents for the PTA. Who takes care of your studies at home? Nobody. I know this one. Nobody, no? That is your behavior changes. Take care. Bleak prospects of promotions. Okay, is it 5 times? But this no. Which no? Only this one. Where the others? Only merit. I remember I gave you 20 questions. Anna? Say everyone yes. You told you this early. Next time be a little bit proactive. What is proactive? Yeah. Sit comfortable. Hey, write down the heading policy of divide and rule. Whatever is the point, I am writing point number 1. It is policy of divide and rule. First of all, everybody knows what is this divide and rule?
Yes.
Okay. You do it in your life? Right now. Under policy of divide and rule. After 1858, the British policy of, अभी आप लोग D and R लिखना, D and R, divide and rule.
The British.
बच्चे है ना थोड़ा टेंशन में रहते हैं. After the Proclamation of 1858, British policy of D and R was continued. Second point. Next. Now, the Indian princes. War, W-E, turned against. अभी तो कोई लोग कैसा डिवाइड एंड रूल कर रहा है, पहले तो रिलीजन के ऊपर करता था, अभी कुछ अलग कर रहा है. Against their own subjects, were turned against, turned their own subjects, were turned against them. Come on. Province against province. You know, one province with the other. Province with the another province. Caste against caste. ऐसा वॉल्यूम का ये. Most important, caste against caste. Most important, Hindus against Muslims. 2 points I've made. Is both the point clear for you? Hey, last Sunday you had any test on my subjects? No, no? Civics. Which chapter? Union Parliament. It was very easy. एक मिनट ना पहले हम लोग डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. You want me to discuss that question answers? Anywhere you have a query? No? Confirm? I think you might have got the marks also.
No.
As soon as the marks are coming to you, you please let me know. And whenever every test of SST, that is history, geography, I think ma'am will handle. You bring the paper with you the next day whenever I am coming. Today you have?
No question.
No problem. I have the question paper in my soft copy because department sends me. Wait.
I also have it.
You also have it. Next time what you have to do, you bring the question paper, the solution set, the model answer, and plus your paper. Your paper hasn't reached, is it? आ जाएगा, क्या करेगा? We will have some good 15-20 minutes discussion in which I will try to make your answer as the most ideal answer. Correct? So whenever you get your answer sheet, please bring the 3 things. What are they? Very good. ये पूरा मेरे साथ आ जाएगा and then we'll discuss. Will do? So it was 20 marks. 20 marks. So how many are not expecting 20 and above? You're not expecting? Why?
But I am expecting near 40-30.
That is very bad. Why?
Because
ये लड़की बहुत अच्छा ना सर. क्या मैं फिंगर करके बात करता हूँ? Drop your fingers and speak to the elders.
Because sir, the 2 marks answers were then about the functions.
आप जरा ये निकाल के बात करेंगे. हाँ? क्या हो गया? एक मिनट 1%. हाँ.
Like there were 3 of these electoral powers, legislative powers, and financial powers.
हाँ.
I have not done that.
Why?
I have not done that. Other all I'll get full, but on these 3 I will get my marks. If I would have done that, I would have.
Okay. Now give the paper to her. Oh, Marathi Manus. What is that?
That 2 mark question was where mentioned in brief and 2 electoral powers of the Indian Parliament.
Okay, you didn't write.
That,
You got the model answer. Electoral powers means when they are in the post of election, electing, what all the powers they have. What is the model answer saying? Speaker.
Electoral powers of the Indian Parliament. It elects the President of India. Vice President of India is elected by both the houses of the Parliament.
Correct. What did you write? You didn't write. You have also query. Pick up if you have any query. If not, it's okay.
Does it electoral power of Indian Parliament and legislative power of Indian Parliament?
You didn't write.
And then,
did you understand what she said to me?
She said I don't attend.
You didn't attend.
She wrote any.
Still, I'm not getting it.
Who said that I wrote any points?
Any points मतलब क्या है? इतना मैंने chapter detail में पढ़ा है कि नहीं? How was your paper?
One point I did not write.
Which one?
Disciplinary functions. I wrote 3.
Cleanliness function.
Disciplinary functions.
अच्छा, disciplinary of the parliament, Lok Sabha.
Yes, I did 3.
So it's very easy. So what step are you taking after attempting the test? No steps. लिखा paper दे फाड़ के फेंक दिया भूल गए. So which are the questions you have not attended? All the people. One, you have attended all the questions.
And I have also attended all.
I remember. Now what you have to do today after going home, you try to copy the answer of that questions that you find it difficult. Like she has written something, that's what she's saying. Copy it from the model answers into your notebook. And कैसे लिखेंगे? Date डालेंगे today's. And you write that test, and then no need to write the questions. Directly write the answers. Or shall I make you to solve the entire paper? No need, na? Rajesh Khanna ka style is. Only one. So only one. Wherever you find it, you also. So that what will happen? At least you are practicing it. And the model answer, I don't know how many people are going to have it and throw it for next 2-3 days. Anna, correct, Anna? So this time I leave it. Next time onwards, I'll make you to solve the full paper. Okay? I will help you how to solve. Chaliye, right. Next point. Second point, what I can. Due to this policy, people were completely alienated. You understand the word alienated? From their rulers. Completely alienated from their rulers. And a sense of disunity spread. You understand disunity? Opposite of unity. Next point, it also created a wide split. What is split? Cut. Amongst the educated Indians. A wide split amongst the educated Indians on religious lines. Next. This policy proved to be one of the strongest divisive factor. You understand what is divisive? Divisive factor amongst. Already लिख दिया. Divisive factor amongst several sections of the Indian community. Several sections of the Indian community. That's it. Now, which other point you want me to say? वो भी लिखना है? Are you sure? Write on that. तो ऐसा करते करते पूरा ही पॉइंट दे देता हूँ ना. And did I give Queen Victoria's proclamation with you? No, but they are very quite clear. I have explained detail. Still anybody needed? Okay, you write the next one. Rise of nationalism. ये किधर है वो? है ही नहीं इधर. अच्छा, page number 12. Proclamation of 1858. Next point. First point, not second. Proclamation of 1858. Was a direct result of was a direct result of बहुत जल्दी आता है. The several unjust and repressive policies of East India Company. Several unjust and repressive policies of East India Company. ये कहने से ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट नहीं ना, उस टाइम पर ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी था. गुड. ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी. क्या हो गया? व्हाट इज दिस? ये कुछ उठा के ऊपर रख रहा है, वो कॉपी कर रहा है, बहुत सारा एक्टिवली इन्वॉल्व विद ईच अदर. नेक्स्ट. Sacrifices made by. It is there on page number 12. Rani Lakshmi Bai, Nana Sahib Peshwa, Mangal Pandey. 3 persons' name. Made by. Put those names in your notebook straight away. Rani Lakshmi Bai is from which province? So you have to remember that province. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm just right here. Written? Shall we? Here you found some smell or any pungent smell? No? आप लोग का नाक और मुंह में तो पट्टी बन के बैठा है. हाँ. Only I am the one who is odd man out. Next point. अभी वो निकल के सूंघ रही है. तो क्या करें? तो तुम भी सेक्रीफाइस कर रहे हैं. अच्छा. After that you want to continue. Served as a biggest medium of inspiration. Served as a biggest medium of inspiration. Served as a biggest medium of inspiration for ages. You start with it. For ages, for many years. अगर ages नहीं लिखना, you write for many years. Next. Valuable national sentiments. Valuable national sentiments. Sentiment. फिर ऐसे डालने का. Sentiments नहीं. Valuable, what did I say? National sentiments brought out in the struggle. Was never witnessed and never seen. Was never witnessed, and never seen. Was never witnessed, never seen in this struggle. आज तुम दोनों का कुछ नया डे मना रहे तुम लोग मिलके. I don't know. Both are playing this pen day. So throw away all that. I'll open the window for you. I've seen many students. I have a bunch of pens और एक भी पेन नहीं लिखते. है 20 पेन रखा है. I remember my school and college days. एक ही पेन पॉकेट में अच्छा रखा है. ऐसा रख के लेके जाता था. And that was the only pen I used to carry. Never I used to carry any textbooks. And only 2 or 3 notebooks. I am saying in JC, आप लोग स्कूल में जाके मेरा स्टाइल कॉपी करके मार मत करो. And degree college में तो और भी आगे हो गए. I used to keep one big fat notebook. And हम लोग यहाँ से दादर जाते थे, so we used to keep the book tucked behind the ये areas, Enfield वाले. Okay. And with that one pen only we have gone through the whole year. मतलब एक टाइप का पेन. इधर इतना पेन लाया, वो अभी कर रही है, ये कर रही है. Now working, happy. इसका बाल पकड़ के खींचो. और ना कान पकड़ के खींचो. All are pen only, like her. Next point.
Never seen in this.
Struggle. High level of participation. High level of participation. High level of participation. Coupled with. You understand coupled? COUPLED. Coupled with great inspirational personalities. You understand personalities? Great inspirational personalities are the serious outcome of this revolt. That's it. Outcome of this revolt. Any other point? I think indirectly I am going to give all the points only now. So shall I explain one by one? So whatever points are given, I am not going to explain. You just read that Mughals and Peshwas, princely states of the area, racial antagonism, foreign policy, religious policy, changes in army we have to be doing. In fact, that is, if you want, I can give notes also. So shall we read changes in army? Confirm? Come on, you read. Where this girl? What's her name? Vaishnavi bola tha last time. Tanmay. Chalo, Tanmay is reading changes in the army.
The Indian Army was recognized after 1858 to prevent the reoccurrence of another.
Reoccurrence. What a. Whenever I look at her anger, you will give one on her head.
Rising in the following manner. The strength of European troops in India.
Put this as point number one. Strength of European troops in India was increased. Ye point number one. Second point, ratio to European to Indian was fixed at 1:2, 2:5. Can anybody tell me what is this 1:2 and 2:5? Very good. And look at that, Madras and Bombay. 2 Europeans with relation to 5 Indians. Hey, ऐसे क्यों बोल रहे हो लोग? Because earlier the number of Indian soldiers were very high. Maybe like 10:1 रहेगा. 10 Indian soldiers में 1 ही European. What will happen? Who will overnumber whom?
Indians and over.
Was it a good sign or a bad sign? That's why they seen the report. And इसके आगे आएगा मैं ऐसे ही बोल देता हूँ. Even the advanced technique of fighting, Indians were not invited into it. No modern weapons training was given to them. In fact, the keys, keys for the ammunition depot, that was also not given to Indians. Why?
So that they would take it.
It's like your master is giving whole night training. The next morning you shoot him dead. With his own pistol only. Will you like it then? So now the Britishers did not have any trust on the Indian soldiers. In fact, every Indian soldier was looked at with huge suspicion. You understand what is suspicion? Oh, I'm giving him training, but will you use the training against me? Is he a lawyer? Because today also we keep saying the same thing. To win your confidence takes lots and lots of time. And to break that confidence, how much time? Splits of seconds. So which one you practice? Breaking or building? I'm asking. Breaking. Building. Building. Confirm. Give me any instance with whom you build your confidence. Parents. Okay. So
Teachers.
Teachers. Wait, give me any teacher with whom you have.
The most of the time things like happen when we are giving exam and after that with the paper we just look here and there. So if there is a person who is not good with teacher and always comes into trouble, teacher always looks at him and then goes to his face and says, I'm copying doing this. But my mom knows that I'm not the person who copies.
Oh,
so if I see here and there, she does not
mind it. Mind it. Good girl. And
Parents.
Parents. Give me like what? ठीक है. This girl. Behind. Your name. You only tell your name. Arohi. Arya. Yes, Arya. Anything like your friend? Tanmay. हाँ. अरे वो तो मुझे भी मालूम है तुम पेरेंट्स के साथ ही रहते हैं. क्या आगे क्या है?
Sir, also with pets.
Pets. Oh my God. Which pet?
Sir, like if a dog is there, if I have good relations with him, so if I need anything.
अच्छी रिलेशन जाके dog के साथ. Good relation. क्या इंसान लोग मर गए? Good affection बोलो. हाँ ठीक है. Girl, careful selecting the words. Let us check with her. अरे I'll also tell. क्या मैं क्या हाँ. She's really. You only. But tell me how any particular. You don't want to. Besides parents, you don't think anything else. Secretly,
So with
false
that,
line.
For example, if there is a vase and it is broken,
Vase is broken.
First, mom will go to my brother because she knows he is the
He is a
type of
naughty
person
fellow, little fellow.
who does all this. No, ma'am,
क्या पता तुमने तोड़ के उसके नाम पर डाल दिया. ठीक है. Why I'm asking all these funny things? Very simple. देखो, trust and distrust. What is the big difference?
Trust beats trust.
Very good. He's a philosopher like me. The only difference I feel, trust के आगे DIS डाल दो, distrust बन जाता. जो सालों का trust है, one single step. And next time you will be loyal to him or her, but he will not believe you. Why? You have broken the trust. Is a similar cases happened with Indian soldiers? Yes. Why now Britishers are not trusting them?
because of the revolt.
The revolt. It shows that the Britishers never in their 11th hour dream. You know 11th hour dream? हम सोते हैं 8 घंटे फिर 11th hour dream कहाँ से है? वो भी 8 घंटा भी हम ठीक से नहीं सोच सकते, है ना? अभी क्लासेस हो गया, क्या सर ये 7 बजे मतलब I feel very bad. So what time should be 9:30? I'm asking, tell me next meeting. 8? Pakka? Acha, now you got a time selection here. Have it in schools? Can you? Very smart. So very simple to tell you, whenever this British government used to hand over any new policy or new thing, now they are not giving to any Indians. Is it respect or disrespect to Indians? Did they take it like that? अभी बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं. You don't trust me? No problem. वैसे भी मैं भी तुझे trust नहीं करता. जा. But can we be like that in a society? Can we be like that with our family? No. You have to build up the trust. So here, government of India is only, government of Britain is taking only one thing. Be prepared. Prepared for what? That these Indians might turn their back against you. You also do with your best friend like that? हाँ सर, उसने भी मेरे साथ किया, तो मैं तो और भी करेगा. अगर किसी ने कर भी दिया, leave it. Whatever he or she has done to you, she will get it very soon. Yesterday only I was watching a news channel. They were saying it is the act of karma. What is that? She only.
So like if we do something wrong, it will come back to us.
पक्का? तो कभी आया तुमको बैक किया? अभी तो सब आगे ही फॉरवर्ड ही जा रहा है, बैक नहीं आया. I don't know about good deeds, but some people are very, tensed for the bad deeds. But to be very frank, India during, we can say different ages, certain ages was there when India was considered to be the most righteous people to live in. The gold, the diamond, everything. People had food in the gold plate. And then they say more than 36 types of variety of sabjis or these things. Can we imagine today? आज है ना अलगेश सर ने बोला कि 36 वैरायटी तो बनाई. मम्मी बोले कि 36 डेज के लिए तो घर से बाहर जा. है एक दो वैरायटी मिला, that is also great blessings for your mother. नहीं मम्मी, we will go back to the history. फिर भी बेटा क्या करना, ज्यादा नहीं मम्मी, एक 36 वैरायटी का सब्जी बना दे. मम्मी ने So in order to build their trust, although the food is not so good, might be good only, you try to build up. Very good, very good. Except me, nobody will eat this. है ना, पापा बोल के ऐसे खाता है, but बच्चा बोलता नहीं चाहिए मुझे. क्यों? स्विगी से मंगाए. स्विगी क्या है पता नहीं. पापा बोलते कैसे, तेरे पास पैसे नहीं. मैंने ऑलरेडी मोबाइल ऐप से कर दिया ना और पेमेंट भी कर दिया. बोलता अच्छा, अरे मेरे लिए भी करने का था ना, तेरा मम्मी का हाथ का खाना. नहीं अच्छा है. अच्छा क्या? अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है. बच्चे ने स्विगी के लिए मंगाया तो मैं भी थोड़ा सा, है ना. So these Indians are very good at these things, breaking or building the distress. So we are good at both. So let's see how is the British is reacting. Carry on, Tanmay. ये तन्मय और चिन्मय. ऐसा बड़ा बड़ा डाउट क्यों आ रहा है? Next.
The general principle adopted was that the number of Indian sepoys.
Circle that or underline. Not exceed twice that of the European troops. मतलब क्या है? अगर there are 10 European soldiers in the whole army, Indian should be maybe 20. उससे ज्यादा नहीं जाने का. उससे ज्यादा जाएगा तो who will overpower whom? Will overpower the European soldiers. Go ahead.
European troops were kept in key geographical and military.
Underline that. इसके पहले कौन था ये geographical area में? Indians. अभी वहां से हटा दिया. बोलते कि only European को रखो.
The earlier policy of excluding Indians from the officer corps was strictly maintained. To resist the Indian soldiers from rising against the British rule, the sophisticated weapons and ammunition were never placed under the charge of Indians.
Only put into bracket sophisticated weapons and ammunition. मतलब अभी ये Indians के हाथ में नहीं रहेगा. It's only with the Europeans and British. Next.
All Indian artillery units, with the exceptions of a new mountain unit, were disbanded. Disbanded.
मतलब कोई भी artillery, you know what is artillery? The weapons, the training will not be used for Indians. It's mainly for non-Indians only. Next.
Discrimination on the basis of caste, region, and religion was practiced in the
recruitment of the. What is the other word for recruitment? You write appointment. I mean, now they started practicing this also. Next.
The organization of the Indian section of the army was based on the policy of balance and
counterpoise, and divide and rule.
To prevent another anti-British uprising.
You start pronouncing the word ANT as anti-British uprising. Next.
In order to discourage nationalism, measures such as introduction of caste and community in most regiments were taken.
Regiments. So scroll it through 1, 2. What is regiment? A piece of army. Okay, that is regiment. Next.
Newspapers, journals, and nationalist publications were prevented from reaching the soldiers to keep the Indian army separated from
very important. Matlab, no newspaper should reach whom? The Indian people. Why? Whatever happening, the freedom struggle or anything should not reach because they were worried. ये पढ़ के वो लोग और हंगामा करेगा. Hangama? What is that? They will chant the slogans of what? What today's Prime Minister is doing. What is that? Bharat Mata ki jai. और सीधा जाके ब्रिटिश को उठा के लटका देगा. Correct? So read all that any point. This is very important as like the causes.
In the immediate causes, the soldiers were forced to use the empty vaccine.
Correct.
So if the Britishers knew that if they forced them, they would avoid it, then why did they force them?
I'm so sorry to yawn like this. But then, before the revolt, how did the Britishers come to know कि इसके वजह से revolt होगा?
Sir, they
Listen. I understood your question. Now revolt is done. Britishers have suppressed them. Then only they will analyze किसकी वजह से revolt हुआ. हमको तो रेडीमेड में बुक्स में मिला है तो इसलिए हमने बोलते हैं immediate cause, second cause, but होने से पहले उनको कैसे मालूम था? If at all they come to know, they might not have done that. I think in your life, in my life also, any problem happens, then we will think for the next 10 days. यार अगर सब मैं नहीं करता ना, ऐसा नहीं होता. But कर दिया ना. और problem हो भी गया. How do I prevent that problem again?
by not repeating.
That is what they are doing now. Are they doing? Yes. So they did not know कि ये revolt इतना बड़ा जाएगा. Because as long as your dog is very friendly with you, you are also hitting it, cutting it. One, it gives you a big fight or a bite. Then आप बोलेगा, oh, दिखता छोटा, but है time bomb. And I have seen these cats, na? Many people have this good habit of Persian cat, is it? मैंने सुना 50,000, 1 लाख का भी cat है. मैंने बोले यार इन लोग के पास बहुत पैसे लगते हैं. Unwanted things they do, है ना? But normally in a country like India, where there's animals and human beings, it is their money they have, they take it. I'm not going to say for that. But there are innumerable citizens even today who do not have a meal a day. Correct? And we have too many things, so we try to spend it on. Samjha? So you see, even this building also, we have a cafe, na? Some cafe or exact. What's it? Some cafe, whatever. Beach cafe. Palm Beach. I come for evening lectures here. I see. I can't get in and have a. But I think family bolta hai ya kya, all come here. And we have a nearby hotel also, na, the other side. Bhagat Chennai. Yay building mein. In fact, two of my cousins were coming from abroad. मैं उनके लिए तो table में कुछ कर रखा. Each and every that what is a dish is good number of dish, but the cost is also like that.
Yes, it is very expensive.
You have gone.
No.
At least luckily they did cancel their trip. They did not come here. अभी मैं ना नहीं बोलेगा. आएगा लेके जाएगा spend it, but हमको लगेगा यार इसको कोई सस्ता वाला में लेके जाए. है ना? Where I take the rich one, then only they'll say, अच्छा ये नहीं मिलता है. मतलब बहुत कुछ मिलता है. पैसे देगा तो बोला अभी मैं बोलता. Hey, I was just joking. मतलब I was also seriously asking. So here the Britishers are saying only one thing, time and again, that Indians have done such a big act that again the confidence building will take time. Do you think Indians want to build the confidence with British? No, we don't want. So you are sitting in my house. Why should I impress you? I will try to again knock you out. Correct? Chaliye. Is there any other heading you want to explain? Let us run to the question answer side. Take the worksheets of the same chapter. Which questions you want me to give the answer? They take all your UT test very seriously. Don't play and do all kinds of musty. Did you seriously study? I have warned my other batches strictly. If they don't get it from this to this marks, I will make the people to solve the same paper 5 times. So, अगर 20 है ना या 30 है? If anybody gets below 10, I'll see to it. ठीक है? And that chapter is nothing. Union Parliament. अभी ये chapter आने वाला है. First War of Indian Independence. तब क्या करेगा? खत्म ना?
The first one is on the physics of non-administration.
Which one?
20 on this.
अच्छा, when and on what grounds was Awadh annexed to the on the alleged rule of on the alleged reason of misrule? वही है heading.
Yes.
When do on the alleged pretext of misrule. So next 5 minutes or 10 minutes we will solve the second chapter. Hey, you want me to go to civics?
No.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. No.
Yes, sir.
No, please, no,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
अच्छा, tell me. No इस बात में. Tell me the second chapter of civics. What do we have? Because he loves politics, I think. Good.
The president and vice president.
Or you want me to do the second chapter, which is very interesting, called growth of nationalism.
No, sir. Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Sir,
ठीक है, majority wins. Now, because in other branches also started with growth of nationalism, because that chapter and this chapter is connected. एक काम करते हैं. देखो, पहला मैं second chapter क्या बता देता हूँ in history, then you decide, है ना? These guys are very much boring, है ना? And in geography, climate, soil matter ने बोला complete हो गया ना? Okay. So look here. The second chapter is as small as any other chapter in history. Are you seeing? They will turn the pages as if they are. Oh, Aran, what is the noise pollution control? पहला heading रहेगा, what do you mean by nationalism that we have already done. Second heading रहेगा, various causes promoting nationalism. Third heading आएगा, very interesting topic called INC. What does INC stand for? Do we have it now?
Yes.
Yes. What is that party called as? Congress. मैं इसमें पूरा funny story सुनाऊंगा. What Gandhi and Nehru has done. In fact, Gandhi after independence was of the view कि this party should not be there in our country. It should be cancelled. It should be deleted. It should be removed. बोलता कि independence के लिए we have really done so much hard work. So after the independence, we should not have any party in the name of Indian National Congress. I think this point, Mr. Rahul Gandhi is realizing the dream. Nice. मतलब जो गांधी ने बोला 1947 के बाद ये पार्टी इंडिया में नहीं रहना चाहिए, राहुल एंड प्रियंका इज डूइंग दैट सेम वन. यूपी इलेक्शंस में आउट ऑफ 280 सीट्स दिस पार्टी हैज गॉट ओनली 2 सीट्स. एंड इंडिया में पूरा इंडिया में लोकसभा इलेक्शंस में फर्स्ट टाइम में 2014 में 62 था, अभी 44 में ही सीट्स. क्या पता आगे जाके महात्मा गांधी लिखेगा राहुल एंड प्रियंका वाड्रा ऑल थैंक्स. मैंने बोला कि ये पार्टी को 47 में खत्म करने का, तुम तो 2025 में सब खत्म कर दिया. नहीं समझा? इसको अकेला समझो. या तुमको क्या समझ?
सर सिर्फ महात्मा गांधी ने बोला था कि नहीं बना रहे थे, मतलब ये
नहीं
पार्टी
बना
नहीं रहने के लिए, लेकिन राहुल गांधी और प्रियंका गांधी ने
हाँ.
कंटिन्यू रखा है.
कंटिन्यू. ठीक है. Write that chapter 2-3 questions and then we'll start with this chapter only because I would love to discuss this chapter. Growth of nationalism. And foundation of Icse. Not foundation, you can say foundation. क्या कर रहा है? लिखो. No, you don't write. I'm going to discuss. Because ये छोटा सा चैप्टर है, ये हो जाएगा ना, then we are into that freedom movement. फिर वो प्रेसिडेंट का वो पूरा, I don't have any issue. I can take that. वर्कशीट का सॉल्व किया, बहुत प्राउडली. आज का डे का. How did the pen jump from here to your head? How? वो भी नहीं मालूम. कितना प्यारा बच्चा है. It is 21. Hey, you solve that first, madam. And you have a doubt in that, then we will jump here. Hey, already ठीक है. करो. एक तो क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करो. Do you find out the answer for the first one? When?
1856.
Correct. Good. I think June first week your schools are reopening. 18th. Oh my God, 2 weeks, huh? Good. So you are not anxious for your school to reopen? क्यों? तो उल्टा मुझे लगता है यूनिफॉर्म वगैरह पहन के अर्ली मॉर्निंग टिफिन वगैरह बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं है. Which school you are from? Sadhu school. Oh, Sanpada. I heard all characteristic things about your school. पक्का इसीलिए उसको पसंद है. क्या होता है टीचिंग कम और मस्ती ज्यादा मैंने सुना. मस्ती हो रहा है स्कूल में. तुम्हारे तो साथ में है. You guys meet, is it? No. And I heard even teachers are also smart people. Teachers smart, is it? Yeah, Sapna. And who is there for history and Nilashri? That is for geography. And Sapna madam is for
Geography.
And both are good.
One of them is good.
Who is that one of them?
Sapna is not teaching
In history.
geography.
And then history.
Good.
Good. तो उसको बोलने का ना geography सीखा. Board. हाँ तो अभी क्या हो गया? ये सपना ने तो उसका सपना तोड़ दिया. And इधर साधु वासवानी कौन है?
Sir, Shilpa Mehra for geography and Deepa Nair for history. Excellent teachers.
Oh, both.
Best teachers, sir.
Oh, good.
Deepa Mehra for history. She teaches excellent.
History.
Yes, and history and civics. And Shilpa Mehra for geography. Again, excellent teacher.
Excel कैसे?
Sir, the teaching
Yes,
is so
Oh,
good. Sir.
thank you. देखो उसमें तो मेरे साथ ही होता है. How they are, मतलब give the notes and everything.
Yes, sir, everything.
So, parallel also.
One day before the exam. Yes, very simple.
Wait, she's also from Sadhu Assembly.
No, sir, she told me about this.
अच्छा देखो मैडम ने अपना नाम भी इतना ये कौन है एसडी वाला नाम है श्री बट ये जरूरी है ये अच्छा हम लोग इतना नोट्स ड्यूटी के लिए लिखते हैं कभी एक नाम भी लिखते नहीं थोड़ा सा इट्स गुड बट बच्चा मालूम पड़ा ये पूरा छोड़ के सिर्फ इंग्लिश हर जगह लिख रहा है क्योंकि वही ज्यादा बोल्ड दिख रहा है ना मैडम पूछी ये क्या है पहले तो क्या पूरा नोट्स में तेरा नाम लिख रहा था और कुछ नहीं लिखा इट्स एज गुड एज द टेक्स्ट बुक ओनली ठीक है यू लाइक इट हां प्लीज फॉलो इनको पसंद नहीं मेरा नाम के बारे में ये कौन है ना एसडी टीचर हो ना हिस्ट्री टीचर चलिए लेट्स प्रोसीड Okay. Shall I? So one chapter from civics, 2 chapters from history, correct? Or only one chapter from history?
Sir, in our school, the ma'am has taught very short points, like 2-3 keywords out of the whole Vedanta.
Then how do you make your sentences of your own?
The ma'am could only write the keywords.
For a board exam.
She's a teacher for many years, I'm 18.
It's okay. हाँ बाबा मैं किधर मना कर रहा हूँ but sentence तो लिखना पड़ेगा ना.
अरे दीपा मैम ने बोला कीवर्ड लिखना.
हाँ दीपा मैम आएगी नहीं बोर्ड में.
दीपा मैम.
हाँ तो क्या तुम्हारा पेपर दीपा मैम ही चेक करने वाला है? या ऐसा लड़की अवेल बोल रही है जैसे कि दीपा है तो कुछ भी नहीं. हाँ देखो आई एम नॉट ब्लेमिंग एनी टीचर बट यू बी केयरफुल. मैम ने बोला कीवर्ड्स उधर लिख के आया फिर ऐसा रोते हुए बाहर आएगी क्लासरूम से मार्क्स नहीं मिला तो. Shall we? Still people
Sir,
are.
because in the policy of divide and rule, our teacher only mark princes against the people, province against province, caste against caste, Hindus
हाँ
against.
तो मैंने भी तो नोट्स वैसे ही दिए.
Sir, ma'am only mark this much, nothing else.
ठीक है. I think she is the Mia Mittu of the matter. But I will advise you in the board exam don't follow that. They want full sentences. Keywords गया. किधर गया मैं भी बोल सकता है. Because for out of 4 marks or 2 marks if you write only keywords, they will not give you marks. You don't write exclusive from your own thinking, follow the textual words. Shall we? Any two will do. Then, oh, good boy you are. ऐसा decent boy मुझे गलती से इतने सालों में अभी मिला है. वो दूसरा कौन है मैं भूल गया. What's his name you said? What does he look like? Anshul. ठीक है. Yes.
Indians recognize of the rise of nationalism.
What is it? How can you say the first world war was an important landmark? How did after the first world war, how did they landed into this?
So the rise of nationalism.
Yes, factors helping in the nationalist movement. Now put today's date already. Tanmay. I has put the heading. So let us jump into our new and wonderful topic. Shall I? Okay. Now we are away from the topic 1. We were just step into our history. Now look at this chapter. It is saying growth of nationalism. Correct? Now we are going to understand how nationalist movement after that 1857 spread in our country. Now for this one simple thing, I said there are various factors that we'll be discussing here. Factors promoting what? Nationalism. But I single-handedly believe which is the biggest factor? The revolt of 1857. Did I not give it in the notes? The nationalist feeling, the heroic deeds, or even the Mangal Pandey's example. Now I don't know how do you take your life. Might be the people who in UT or who in your school in last year or uska last year have scored the top, and you look at the percentage. You say to yourself, I want to beat this percentage. कभी किया? आज करेंगे और कल ही भूल जाएंगे. And you should continue. So now what the freedom movement under this heading we are going to understand. The nationalistic torch, or I can say the candle, lit by whom? This revolt is going to become a big fire. Is it so? It's going to be a bonfire. Earlier we were unsuccessful, but this time we should be. So one determination you have to keep it. What is that? This time the effort should be organized. This time the effort should be more on a broader basis. This time the effort should be more fruitful. And this time we should get which Swaraj? Purna Swaraj. What is the other word for Purna Swaraj? Complete independence. So this chapter, and then we'll be having INC 3 phases. First phase, second phase and third phase. We have to understand in detail. This chapter is just the introduction to the 3 phases. 3 phases, nothing based on the year. Or if I can say, tell you right now only, we have moderates, correct? Then we have extremists. And then we have revolutionary states. Who are very dangerous? The revolutionaries. You know revolutionaries? Very quick. Chandrasekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev. And who are moderates? Motilal Nehru, C.R. Das, Chittaranjan Das, and so, who believed in writing petitions. So this chapter is going to give you one in-depth knowledge when and by whom INC was formed. Is it written on the board? Come on, you read.
Formation of INC 825, 83. What is that?
I don't know. Only INC I'm asking. It was established by a person called A.O. Hume. Very good, very good. It is Alan Octavian Hume, not the Alan, A-L-L-A-N. And he was a retired British civil servant. Now guess why a British fellow starting INC? He was one among the thinkers. He was one among the political person who thinks that educated minds in India, like you are now educating or getting the education, you have great tensions in your mind and you are anytime might break out into a war or a revolt like 1857. Now we don't want your mental pressure to bust out. You know what is busting out? Like it burst out in which year? 1857. So they wanted to provide a vent. What is a vent means? An outlet. An outlet, samjha? I think normally in geography in 9th standard you might have studied a volcano picture.
Opening of
This is called as what? A vent through which what comes out? Hot lava comes out. If I give a better example, I can say pressure cooker in your hand, in your house. When does it lifts the vessel, the weight? When there is too much pressure inside. These educated Indians were studying or had come to know French Revolution, American War of Independence, and there was a person in India called Dadabhai Nauroji who has written a detailed book on drain of wealth. How is our money flowing into London? When these Indians come to know, they were again very much agitated against whom? Against the British. And Britishers sensed it that slowly and steadily we have to release their pressure. In whose minds? Youth, educated minds. He is already releasing the pressure within the mass community. What is it? How much time will you be on? Didn't? So when I'm trying to explain that, it was INC which taught the people like you guys. They will come, sit, they'll have a wonderful meeting, and they'll say what to be done. They'll say, let us write a petition now. Petition to whom? To the Viceroy. And that petition will be sent via post. And it will be going to the Viceroy's house. So what Viceroy is going to do? He will receive it and he might send a reply. Very good. We are considering. Maybe a month ago, 15 days or a 2 months. Again, these people are worried. Oh, I have sent one. So they will write a reminder petition. You know what is reminder? Sir, last month we have given you petition on this matter. What is this? The process. And what Viceroy is going to say? Once again, one more. Keep it. Don't worry. So in this process of writing petition, what is released from your mind? The pressure. If I don't accept your petition, if I just throw it in front of you, will the pressure will become down or it will increase more? So this is the master plan. But when the INC was established, Britishers never in their 11th hour dream know. What? That this same INC will become so large or so big that it will make ourselves only drive out of India. So initially membership was close to 60 or 78 or 80 people. And they were those people who are believers of moderate politics. You know what is moderate? Happy. No strong demands, no agitation, and no non-violence. So they used to write the letter to whom? To the Viceroy. It is called as petition. What is a petition simply? You should say a written complaint. Here we start a new phase of Indian nationalism. Which phase? Where Indians are unlearning how to form an association. You know what is an association? Group of like-minded people coming together. Although it was not having big demands over the British, but it had. When it started showing its effect, one, when the membership grew in number. Whose membership?
Indian National Congress.
Very good, INC. Not all the people are of the same thinking. Who? All the members. Some were of radical thinkers. You know who are radical?
Extremists.
Okay, extremists. Who wanted the change, but we don't want the change slow. We want quick. We want abrupt. I mean, you guys are much younger to me. Correct? If I ask you to do any work, how quickly you do it? Quickly you do it. How much energy do you show? As compared to me, you are more energetic. So that new infuse inside the INC. So one thing we have to accept. Sir, after the revolt of 1857 or first war of independence, Indians started to become more politically active. What is politically active means? Whatever Britishers are introducing, now they started asking question. Question of what? Why? And why are you increasing the taxes? Why are you not giving us full freedom? Then there is a trouble. Because although you are not agitating, although you are not putting any big pressure, but then you learn to ask rational questions. What is rational? Yes, logical reason karo. Pucho usse. Even today also, if you have elected a minister or a particular fellow, you have the every right to ask him. But what is the thing problem with us? Sir, chalta hai, chalne do. If you remember like this, then we have to fight for one more freedom. No need, I'm just saying. So now there was a slow change from where to where? From writing petition to becoming a little bit more stronger. So in fact, it is this INC which is trying to make the Indian freedom movement as a which movement? As a mass movement. You understand what is mass movement? People from every sections, every religion must communicate or must contribute. But this could only happen when we have a tall leader like coming from Africa to India. Who was he? It was in the year 1915 only. What Mahatma Gandhi did? Let everyone at least talk about what is freedom. Let at least everyone start discussing what is Swaraj. And the next word is Swadesh. So here you have to understand only one thing. What is that? Sir, once again the nation is getting ready for the final revolt. Can you use the word assault? You understand what is assault? We are not going to assault the British. Gandhiji followed a policy which no other leaders in India had it. Why no other leaders? In the world. What was that policy called as? Non-violence and ahimsa or satyagraha. Never say a lie. Never be violent. Although Gandhiji, when he returned from South Africa to India, there were many good friends of him who were into administration in India. And don't you think they would have invited Gandhi? Yes. They just told you continue the struggle. We are least bothered, but don't be very active. But Gandhiji never listened. If Gandhiji might have been on the side of the Britishers, oh my God. बच्चा बोलते chapters तो नहीं रहे but हम लोग भी freedom के बगैर ही रहते. Gandhiji alone could make a difference? No, there were any number of people. But don't you think Indians needed a very, very powerful leadership? It was provided by whom? Mahatma Gandhi. So we are going to understand this chapter first. The formation, that is the part of the last, but I will take that first. And then I will be taking factors promoting nationalism in India. Understood? It's a very short chapter, but we have to understand in depth. Now you write down the heading in a notebook. Formation of INC. I'm going to give notes on that. Formation of INC. Please write down Indian National Congress. Huh? In other branch, ask me, sir, what is INC? That's our lecture खत्म होने से पहले पूछा. Formation of INC. Indian National Congress. Point number 1. INC was set up or established. You read established instead of set up. By a retired British civil servant. A retired British civil servant write his name as per the book AOU. If you are writing his full name, it is ALLAN. You want me to give this full name?
Yes.
AOU ka full name I am giving. Alan Octavian Hume. It is right here. Octavian. A retired British civil servant. established INC in the year 1885. Second point.
Established.
INC in the year 1885. Second point. His main aim was to set up. His main aim was to set up such an organization. His main aim was to set up such an organization which will draw the attention of British government towards drawbacks in administration. You understand drawbacks? In administration and effective solution for the same. And effective solution for the same. Now let me see who can tell me both the point without looking. Very important. They'll ask you at least which year, by whom, and why. Are you doing every night study, whatever subjects is taught? How about others or lazy ducks? तन्मय करता है every day? आज ही फोन करके अभी आपके मम्मी पापा से पूछूंगा. Are you doing it?
Yes.
Which subject yesterday?
Yes.
And call your friend. What's her name?
Nihali.
Now, which subject did you study yesterday night before? Huh?
Physics.
Pakka? And?
Physics.
Bio, diagram equations.
I did maths, history, and so.
Oh my God, this child is always attached to history geography only.
No,
You're not attached.
I'm not that.
Then math is it?
No, the commerce subjects.
Acha, economics and CS.
The eco field.
Oh, good yaar. So I have my next person ready. So you know what is the field and where we'll go. सब मालूम है कैसे कैसे मुझे भी तो बता.
I want to be an economist.
Economist, oh God, really?
Yes, sir. And also like a businesswoman.
Oh, businesswoman. Have you heard about a subject called entrepreneurship?
Yes.
हम बस वो करो, and then if I am in touch with you in studies or academy, I'll help you.
Okay, sir.
And then क्या बोलते हैं? Even others also, not only that girl. Okay, so you might have get into science or you might have get in. Now the government of India is giving importance to almost every group, not only science or other group. And good news is that I don't know. You might have also got the notice that we are having what do you call it? New tie-ups with UT. देखा कल that UT has had a tie-up with one commerce group, and most probably they will start 11th and 12th commerce under UT banner. So earlier we had our own UT. In fact, I was coming here mainly for teaching 12th standard only and 11th economics, and I love teaching them. And I think once again sir has started. So by the time you come down to 12th, UT will be having this also.
And then I will be there.
Yeah, definitely. Even I would love to, see our own 10th standard students, coming back to us. Samjha? Chaliye. What else? Shall I give the next point? I wanted you guys to tell me back. That's what I'm waiting for. Come on, come on.
The INC was established in 1885.
एक मिनट ये पहले ये दोनों Tanmay and this girl has to be separated in the next lecture. क्या दोनों का चालू है? And what you are talking to her? She's at least communicating to me what you are doing. Tell me. Huh? I start my next lecture after some time. Then both of you, Tanmay should come here or here. Which one you prefer? Where? क्यों? God with my family. तुम्हारा क्या काम है wedding में? I'm asking, whose wedding? क्या? Your in-laws? I'm asking whose wedding it is. Then you are not telling me anything, na?
Someone from my father's family.
Acha. Paternal members. So did you inform the department or management?
No.
And how will you go? So you quickly slip out?
My father was talking with me.
Acha, then no, here. You have to tell them, na?
Yeah, my father will talk to man.
Okay. So without information, don't go.
Yes.
Chaliye. Let us start with our only marriage girl. Come on. Tell me. You only tell. These girls are wasting
The
their time.
INC was formed by a retired British civil servant named Alan Octavian Hugh in 1885. His main aim to organize this, to set up such an organization was to draw the attention of the British.
You are looking into the book and saying,
To
what? No, sir.
to draw the attention of the British on the drawbacks of the administration and effective solutions for that.
Okay, the next person.
INC was established by a retired British servant whose name was Alan Octavian Hugh in 1885. His main aim was to set up an organization which will draw attention of British governments.
British?
Or British
So of British what?
governments.
Government of what? It is two simple lines. Wait, you tell me.
Indian National Congress was established by the retired British civil servant Alan Octavian in the year 1885. He established INC to act as an organization which will draw attention of the British government on matters of administration and give effective solution for the same.
Okay, very good. Yes, Tanmay.
The INC was established by a retired British civil servant named Alan Octavian Hugh in 1885. His main aim was to set up an organization.
You don't help her. अभी समझ में आया क्यों बाजू में एक का कान और दूसरे का मुंह डाल के बैठा रहता है. Carry on.
Organization which will draw the attention of British government towards
the next person.
INC was set up by a retired civil servant named Alan Octavian Hugh in 1885. His main aim was to set up and establish.
Set up and established.
And
What grammar it is?
Set up an organization which will
Bolo.
which will draw the attention towards government, British government and administration.
Okay. Write the next point. The first conference of INC was held at. The first conference of INC was held at Bombay. Held at Bombay under the presidency of W.C. Banerjee.
Bombay.
Under the presidency of W.C. Banerjee. Be careful with the spelling. It is there on page number 29 of your volume. It's given in a small tabular format, sorry. W.C. Banerjee. Next point. It represented INC. It represented the hopes and aspirations. It represented the hopes and aspirations of all India population by highlighting them in their different sessions. In the last sentence, you put the heading immediate objectives. That will continue after the break. 12:30 is the break?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. What was to be here? I'll come back and then we'll continue.